I'm a small mammal evolutionary biologist, but I focused on a broad range of issues. My undergraduate training is actually in anthropology, and when I came here, I teamed up with an anthropologist on campus by the name of Brent Berlin, and so we were interested in how much of the natural world these Aboriginal groups understood and what kind of conceptual framework did they develop to organize their natural world, because it turns out all humans, regardless of their level of education, have a natural tendency to organize the elements of their environment. And I was interested in the evolution of the small mammal fauna, or the mammal fauna of the Amazon basin. And so I've spent decades working in Amazonia, in Peru, and in Venezuela and Brazil primarily, studying aspects of the evolution of that fauna. So I was studying. I was training as a geneticist, and particularly a cytogeneticist, and my thesis was on chromosome variation in a group of natural species of pocket mice that occur in northern Mexico and the southwestern U.S. here in California. But to study the chromosome evolution in these animals, I developed a technique that made it very easy to do that, and it's a technique that became and has become widely used by people studying chromosomes of all kinds of different organisms. And as a result of that, the paper that this technique was published in has become what's called a science citation classic. It's been cited some gazillion different times. I don't know how many. But Grinnell Resurvey project is something that we started in 2003, and it was based on a statement that Joseph Grinnell, who was the original founding director of this museum, wrote in a paper in 1910. And he said at that time that the collections that he was then building, which is what you see around us, the value of those collections really wouldn't be known for a century to come, and that's when the student of the future would have this record of the past to do a comparison over that past century. And so we got the idea of going back and revisiting sites throughout California that Grinnell and his students had worked, and making that comparison.